Meeple Nation Podcast, episode 604, February 2026, turn 1.
Welcome, citizens, to Meeple Nation. Grab your favorite beverage, pull up a chair, warm up those dice, and join us at the game table as we discuss board games and the board gaming world. Each week, the hosts of Meeple Nation share their love for board games and the amazing memories that come from playing games with some very outstanding people. Let us now join our hosts in their natural habitat, the game table.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Awesome. It's already February.
I know.
Kind of blows my mind. That's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, it just feels like we were in a rush, and I feel like I should be pushing games already for my game goals. And I did finally get them all set in stone, and they're pretty much the same goals as last year, so I'm not even going to go over them, but it's good times.
I believe it.
Plus, it's February, so.
Well, I believe that you can do it. Well, it's February, so.
I should be a 12th of the way done.
No, I mean, it doesn't even matter now. New Year's goals, they're pretty much done by February, right?
Well,
For
sometimes.
Problem solved.
Still trying to push new games.
I want to play 2,000 games in 2026. It's the end of January, and I've already got 3,000. What?
3,000.
What?
Yes. Nailed it. Yeah. Anyways, there we go. I've already derailed this.
It's okay, because we are the world's most okayest podcast.
Indeed.
We are the hosts, and I am Douglas Stewart.
I am Nathan Howard.
And I am Andy Holiday.
And you can go check out our most okayest webpage at meeplenation.com. The big draw there is you can go listen to all of our past episodes. It's a great place to just go
Find them all.
Peruse the history of Meeple Nation and just go back, maybe find a random episode and give it a listen. And 5 minutes in, you'll be like, wow, they have really come a long ways. And yet are still only okay.
And still only okay.
So, wow. I think it'll be quite revelatory for people to go check out the webpage and listen to some of those old episodes.
Yeah, I listened to an old one a long time ago. Or not a long time. I listened to an old episode a while ago. Let me rephrase that way. The episode was from a long time ago. And yeah, and we've made such improvements. and to say that we're still mediocre is spot on.
Yeah, it's very accurate.
But,
yep. So go check out the webpage, links to past episodes. You can learn a little bit more about us. And there's also a link to Patreon if you care to become a patron of the show, which is something we
do
really,
love our
really
patrons.
do appreciate. Yeah, love our patrons. You can check us out on Instagram at Meeple Nation and Facebook, Meeple Nation Off Air. And we would love to hear from you. So drop us a line at meeplenation@gmail.com.
Join us on the Discord.
Yeah, the Discord server, right? Meeple Nation.
And you can always just send an email. Those are always fun. I like to have a whole discussion about those. Meeple Nation Podcast is sponsored by GameToppersLLC.com. They make great stuff. We love them. Go check them out.
All right, so what time is it?
There we go. Yes, it is Highlight 30.
So let's talk about some of the stuff that has gotten to the table recently. I recently got my copy of Puerto Rico, the deluxe, the special edition.
You can say it edition.
Puerto Rico.
I would.
Yeah, Nathan would.
Or do I just say the whole thing? Edición especial. Puerto Rico 1897.
Yes, you can say that too. It's allowed.
Okay. Special edition. Anyway, this is cool. This is a cool edition. So this is essentially like the special edition of Castles of Burgundy. We have 3D pieces for everything. I think the way they did the ships on this was awesome. So in the game, so you have three ships, and in the old version, you just had a cardboard tile that represented each ship, and you had the slots that you could fill with your resources. Well, these are 3-dimensional ships. And there are only 3 in the game. So in order to get the right number of slots, you have a little piece that slides in and out and locks in, and it will change the number of spaces you have available to load your goods onto each ship.
Oh, cool.
And it's all based on the player count. And the tray system in this is awesome. So one of the worst things about Puerto Rico was setup, because you had to count out all those stupid victory points and count out all of your population, your people, to get to your player count. All that's in trays now. Not only is it in trays, for the different player counts, they're all different sculpts.
Okay.
So all of the miniatures for your population are all different. So when you go to put it away, it's easy to reset all your trays back. So that it's super slick to get everything out really quickly and set it up and you just start playing. It's awesome. There's also, I got the acrylic tiles for it, which are for all the buildings. And then there's 3, if you got the terrain pack, there's all of your I think they call them estates, if I'm not mistaken, but like all of your cornfields and your fruit trees, that's all 3-dimensional pieces. And you have a little slot to put your population, your worker out there to work the fields. And then all of there's also buildings, 3-dimensional buildings if you want to play with them. And when you build that building, you throw that building on your board. There's a 3-dimensional building, 2 of them that go on the main board, one for the market, and your resources are so cool. They're no longer the little hexagonal barrel looking things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They are actual crates of whatever good it is.
Okay.
So crates of fruit, crates of corn, crates of coffee, whatever. And then they'll fit in the market. For example, there's a 3-dimensional market that's on the main board, and those fit cool. The pieces are awesome for this within the deluxe edition, as you would expect.
Yes.
So it's Puerto Rico. It comes with all the expansions. It comes with if you got the terrain pack and all the deluxe components, and we've got this to the table. It was so much fun. We had a good time.
It looked gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a beautiful game. And I love Puerto Rico. It's a great game.
Yeah, I enjoy. There's a question mark there. Puerto Rico. I'm going to have the classic version of Puerto Rico. I backed this, and I'm not sure if I'm going to open mine.
I know someone who wants to buy it from you,
I
so
know
you might
Andy-
as well just sell it.
Andy 2.0 really wants it. But the funny thing is, he's saying he doesn't think anybody will play it with him. He said, my family doesn't like this game, but do you want it?
Of course.
Yes.
When
Especially,
did that ever stop anyone?
I know, yeah.
right?
I'm sitting right here, Douglas.
I was trying to be a salesman for you. I was telling him how awesome it was, and he was eyeballing you after I told him. So,
Yeah, so
I think you could probably pass that along if you don't want
I'm
it.
totally probably going to pass it. Totally probably.
Probably.
Totally, probably.
Definitely.
Totally probably, maybe,
Definitely.
definitely going to possibly do that.
Sweet. It's good to see your resolve.
Committed?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
You're
fully, partially committed.
That's amazing.
Meeple Nation, folks.
We'll be here all week. Oh boy. Well, Nathan and I Thursday night. So we had people. We were split on multiple tables, and we were playing different games. And Nathan, who was with it? Was that James?
Yep.
Yeah, James and you and I. We busted out old Bomb Busters.
Yeah, I had played this once before, but it had been a while ago, so I had to do a refresh on it.
Yeah, this one made waves in 2025.
It did.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who talked about this one and said that they really liked it, and I can see why. I liked it. I liked the competitive, or not the competitive, the cooperative, nature of trying to puzzle out how to cut all the wires, and that's essentially what you're doing. It's a little bit of a math puzzle, math and probability. As each player has some wires that sit in a tray in front of them, and you're trying to identify the numbers on those wires and use some deductive skills to determine, like, okay, I'm going to cut, like one of mine and one of yours, or I can basically, if the number, there's like 4 of each number, and if some of them have already been revealed, you can just snip the rest if you know you have the rest. Yeah. And then if you get it wrong, there's kind of a little timer that ticks down, and you may get blown up, which we did a couple times, I think.
Of times, yeah.
And
I think we played 5 times and blew up
but at least twice. Yeah. So, but really fun. I liked it. And I liked how each level, it felt kind of progressive, right? It was adding more stuff in, and it felt a little more challenging, a little more difficult. It brought a little bit more puzzle to the table. You started implementing yellow wires, and then there was a red wire that had to be cut last. And you were telling me, because I was looking at the box that you'd gotten out or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay, there's 8 missions. That's cool. That's
it's
kind
fun.
of a fun little game. And you were like, oh no, there's like 60 something.
66 missions.
Wow. And that does kind of blow me away. Ha, no pun intended.
Yeah. So nicely done.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first 9 missions are out, and then the other missions, they're separated into 6 individual little boxes. So you'll open that box once you start to dip into past mission 9. And then you'll break into those other missions as you go, and they're going to introduce content and some changes. And I'm excited to get past mission 9.
Yeah. Well, this is one that definitely it doesn't take very long to play a game. It's easy to set up, and you can just throw it out and play a game pretty quick.
Right.
And so what I'm hoping is that when we have 20 to 30 minutes is filler time, that this is one we could just throw out and work through the next set of puzzles.
Well, and that's kind of what we were planning to do on Thursday, but it turned out to be 90 minutes of playtime.
Yeah.
because we went through those.
But we were having fun, and we
Yeah.
just wanted to keep playing it, so it was good. Yeah.
This was the Spiel des Jahres winner for 2025, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct,
Yeah.
sir. Indeed.
Indeed. Nice.
Yes.
Hey, now don't start that again.
Hey there, pretty girl. Oh, what is the?
Oh, we did
I was
it.
trying to go to
we did it. We
Jumanji.
derailed him.
I was
We
trying to go to
derailed him.
Jumanji where the dance fight, and I can't remember what
Oh,
all
the
they said.
dance fight. Oh, the new Jumanji.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I've isn't there? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Was there a third new Jumanji?
There's two new Jumanji movies out.
There's two with The Rock and
Yeah.
Jack Black.
Yeah.
and everybody else.
Jumanji and Jumanji The Next Level, I think.
Yeah. Is there
And
supposed to be a third one?
The way they ended the second one, there has to be.
I don't know.
Like, how could there not be a third one? There has to be a
I'm
third
gonna
one.
do some Google for
It's time for Google to solve some mysteries for us. Solve the mysteries of the
It
universe.
wouldn't be an episode if I didn't derail this.
Meeple Nation, folks. Here we are. You know, it's fun. These are fun derailments, Nathan.
I hope so. I feel like they're fun derailments. December 11th, 2026. Third Jumanji, an untitled sequel to The Next Level is set to release in December 11, 2026, with the production underway bringing back Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillian.
Nice. That's excellent.
So, yeah.
It needs, I mean, if, like, I won't spoil anything, but if you've seen the second one and you saw how it ended, you know there's got to be a third one.
Yeah, that was, yeah, such a great show. I really like a good show that makes me laugh out
You mean
loud.
movie?
Yes, I totally mean a movie. Sorry, Professor Dax. Yes, I totally mean a movie. It wasn't on the telly, it was on the big screen. It's a movie, not a show. It's not on the stage.
I really want to see that new Anaconda movie.
I was just telling my wife today, in fact, that when we get back from Bryce, if it's still in the theater, we're going to go see that movie in the theater.
Good job.
Because it does look fairly funny. All right. Where were we?
We were talking about highlights.
Highlight. Oh, yeah.
That was all, that all came off of Bomb Busters somehow.
It was indeed.
It was indeed.
Oh, that's right.
Derailed it.
Again, 2 weeks, 2 episodes in a row.
All right. Are you through with Bomb Busters?
Yeah, definitely. I can stick a fork in it. It's done.
It's done. I did get the chance to teach. I've taught it several times, and everybody has really loved this game, Cities. Every time we've played Cities, you start teaching it. It's a very simple game. Everybody kind of has like a laid back, well, whatever. And then everybody's into the play. We're all leaning forward and very involved because this very simple game has a very deep strategic level to it, which I really enjoy and has been easy to teach, but has some meat on it that's played. You're building a 3x3 grid with your tiles, and you're trying to put buildings on it. You're trying to put features in your lakes, features in your parks, and then each of you have end game scoring cards that are going to give you points depending on how your 3x3 grid is laid out. And this game has been a hit every time I've played it.
Yeah, this is a great game. I have played this 2 or 3 times now and have thoroughly enjoyed my plays.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought this was a slam dunk.
Yeah,
Real
got
good.
it to Cheryl the other day, and she very much enjoyed it as well. So
Lightweight, but there's definitely some meat there.
Yep.
Enough strategy to just kind of, you don't have, your brain's not going to be burning, but there's enough there to be thinking about and to have fun with. I also kind of like this mechanic. There's not a ton of games that do it, but it is something you see pop up from time to time. This whole idea where I'm going to either draft or somehow collect the scoring that I'm going to get at the end of the game. There's some things that are built in, some things you're going to get points for no matter what, but then it also has all those cards, and every round you're going to draft one of those. You're going to get something that's going to, you're going to be building out a whole little tableau of cards that are going to be your scoring conditions that will be unique to you for the end of the game. Right. And so, and I always find that really intriguing. What was the one we just got to the table? Bounty Hunters, Star Wars Bounty Hunters kind of does the same thing, right? Where you pick your targets and you pick your mission cards, and you kind of build out not just how you want to play the game, but also how you want to score it. And I like that.
Yeah, it's done very well, I think. That was another game that was a big surprise, that it was fairly simple.
Yeah, very simple.
And it almost seemed cheap when I was looking at it, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going to pay a nerd tax on it and just buy this because it's a Star Wars game, give it a try. Very pleased with bounty hunters.
Yeah. I taught this to some family just last week, and they loved it. They thought it was really good. So, but that mechanism I think is really fun. I did think the drafting in this was good. It's good because there's lots of options. Like there's some things that are definitely going to work better for you, and you want to try to get them sooner with cities. But also like you will have no lack of options that you can make work to either build your city or put buildings on your city or put features on your city or to grab, like I said, those scoring cards, whatever it may be. There's lots of stuff for you to do.
Yeah, there's no shortage of variety.
Right. Yeah. And you're limited to one of each of those every round of the game.
Yeah.
Which I also really like because it means not one person's just going to sit and hoard all of the like features or whatever.
Well, and it forces you to prioritize, right? Because you have to decide what's most important for you.
Correct.
Because maybe the second most important thing may not be there on your next turn. It may very well have gotten taken by another player.
Yeah, and that priority changes, or that priority is going to change after everybody goes. Like, okay, well that's no longer. I'm not going to take a scorecard because I really want to get these 4 buildings, or I really want to get those features that are going to work better for my island.
Yeah.
Or you can also get to the point where 3 of the feature cards have already been taken, so I know that feature is going to be there no matter what, and I have to take it. So I'm going to focus on trying to get some other things because I know that card's going to be there, or those tiles are going to be there. Tiles, whatever.
Yeah, I think this is a game that people should not be sleeping on this one.
Yeah.
It's really good, actually. I like it quite a bit. And we talked about how I always call it City Skylines. It's not, what's the sky one?
Cloud City.
Cloud City. Thank you. I really like Cloud City, which is, again, it's a game where you're building a 3x3 grid and you've got 3D components and you're building all those little skyways. And this really felt like, this is obviously a much, it takes a little bit longer and is a little bit more thinky version of that style of game.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I really liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, everybody I've taught it to has enjoyed it. I haven't found a sour table yet.
Man, and that's a Devere game. Devere, what's going on with Devere? Are they good? They're good. They're really good.
Some of the stuff they're doing is really
Devere
good.
is really good. They've got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
man, looking at the White Castle Duel sitting over there on the table and thinking we need to get to that too. Another Devere.
We do. We need to get back to White Castle matcha too.
Yeah. Definitely.
Expand on some of that. Ooh, is that on BGA, the matcha? It's not, is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not yet. I bet it's coming.
Hopefully.
I hope. We'll see.
All right. That is Cities.
Nice. Well, I was able to play an oldie, but one of my daughter's personal favorites. So they were over last night. I had my daughter and her husband over, and we busted out Ecos First Continent. This is one we haven't played for, my goodness, it's probably been 2 years since we've played this game. And I forgot how good it is. It's really fun. So the drafting in this is really good. It's one of those where, unfortunately, it is one of those where if you draft, it is going to very much benefit the players who know the game.
Yeah.
But if you can pick out, so there's red cards and blue cards. The blue cards tend to be a little more powerful and what you'd really want to build a strategy around. And then you use all your other cards to kind of supplement what you're going to try to do to achieve points that you're going to get for the 1 or 2 blue cards that you have.
Right.
But there also, one thing I do like about this game is there is, in the rule book, there are just generic setups. So if it's your first time or if you have brand new players, then you can have just a generic setup. These are the cards you start with. These are your starter cards that are going to be laid out for you. And everybody's on the same, even playing field as far as that goes. But this is a great game. I like the mechanics of it. I like how quickly it plays. And it seems like every time I play it, my strategy is something I've never tried before, I've never done before, and it works or it doesn't work, but it just adds a new flavor for that game. And it's one that adding the geographical features, like you have Kilimanjaro or you have the Nile or you have all these different things that you're trying to get the map to look a certain way so that you can play that card down. And you're also fighting what other players are doing and building on that map also. So there's that extra element with that expansion that comes into play. But yeah, this is a fun game. I'm glad we got it to the table again.
This is one that's in my coal pile, but I'm really hesitant and kind of want to pull it back out. This is one I need to play again to see if it is something I really do want to get rid of, or if it's, because that is something I'm trying to do this year, is reduce and simplify. And if it's a game that I like not anxious to play. I'm just going to let it go. But
Ecos?
Ecos is one that I'm on the fence, but in order to decide to keep it, I need to play it one more time. So
Maybe what we need to do is just sit down and play just the basic setup for this game. Not do any drafting, just do the basic setup and try it out.
And I need to try it with my wife too, if I can get
Should do
her.
the basic setup for that too. But
Yeah.
it's a great game.
So
There's a lot that game has to offer, I feel like, as far as engine building and everything else.
yeah, because I really think she would like this game, which is why I'm super hesitant to let it go. But do I like it enough to teach it to her? That's the
Sure.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah. Yeah. I know this is one that seems to hit with pretty much everyone. I am sad to say that it didn't really hit for me.
Yeah.
But I don't remember it well enough to say exactly why. I just remember that it wasn't really my cup of tea.
I think we drafted that first time, and I think you were frustrated because you didn't, not knowing how the game works and what you're supposed to do. Yeah, I think drafting's a bad idea if it's a player's first game.
It's like playing Cooper Island.
No, that game's fine. But it's like drafting in any game that has a lot of,
Terraforming Mars.
Terraforming Mars, yeah.
Any game that you're going to play where somebody is an experienced player.
Agricola.
Yeah.
Right.
Or Agricola, depending on if you want.
I was wondering if you were going to say it.
But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Any game that you have players a drafting game where players are super familiar with the game, it is
and that was
a struggle.
Our experience with Res Arcana, right? You don't want to draft first thing, and maybe that's what it was. I don't remember drafting. Like I said, I don't remember enough about it. I just remember and it didn't take a long time to play. It was fine. I didn't walk away like I hate that. I'll never play. I just remember thinking like, oh, okay, right, next.
Yeah,
and so maybe I need to give it another shot. I don't know,
Or 2 or 3.
maybe, yeah, maybe. Maybe with a basic setup and a quicker play, that it very well may. I could change my tune on it for sure.
All right. A couple little quick ones that I've been playing that I played once with Richie, and Richie just mopped the floor with me, and I was like, okay, I'm going to write this off. And then Jody invited me to a game, and I beat Jody. So I'm always up for a game that I can defeat Jody at. And this is tag team. So it's a very simple war game. You start off with 2 cards in your deck, and you have 2 heroes, and they have 2 heroes, and you're trying to battle it out until you KO one of their heroes. And so you're going to have 2 cards that you're going to play, and those cards are essentially going to stay in that same order every round of battle. However, in between each round, you're going to draw 3 cards, and you're going to add one of those cards to anywhere within your run of cards. And then you'll turn those cards all face down again and begin again. So you're not shuffling your cards, you're not randomizing your cards. There's another game that does a similar mechanic to this that I'm totally drawing a blank on right now. But it's the style of it is something that's I'm not sure my opinion on it yet fully, but I can beat Jody, so that's always a highlight.
Oh wow! If you can beat Jody, then yeah, that it automatically goes up like what, 2 full stars?
Yeah, I mean currently my win rate against Jody is 100% right now, so that's like it's like a tier 1 game currently.
How many times have you played? 1?
2.
Okay.
1. I beat him twice, but I've only played it once. Yeah, no, and it is like I said, it's a very simple game, and it is war. But another one that is very interesting is Arigato, and this is
Mr. Roboto.
So I don't think sticks are involved here.
Domo.
Donde?
Domo.
Donde?
Wow. Wrong language. Nathan.
Sorry, my bad. It has a run of events that are going to score each round, and so those are going to be different from game to game. You have a tile that you're going to put out, and each tile has a little bit different scenario. And so there's resources. You're going to have 5 cards. Let me start at the beginning. You're going to have 5 cards, and you're going to choose one of those cards to go into your town. You have 4. Your town is broken into 4 quadrants, so you can put this character into one of those 4 quadrants as long as that character is permitted in that quadrant. They have certain quadrants that they can only go in, and then you're going to discard 2 of those cards to claim resources, and then you're going to pass 2 of those cards to your opponent. And then you're going to look at the round, and there's going to be specific scoring features. And then at the end of the round, you're going to have the opportunity, if you've collected enough resources, you can put an offering onto that person, and then that person can go to the temple and be permitted into the temple if they have an offering. And then once they're in the temple, and it may not be called a temple, but the palace. Once they go in the palace, then you're going to score the points that are on that individual once they're in the palace. And then you also are going to score the points from the round to round. It's very, I don't know if I have an opinion on this. I've only played it I think I've played it twice now. And I am intrigued with this game because I really like the whole mechanic of I'm getting 5 cards, I'm drafting 1, discarding 2, and passing 2. And that whole setup and that whole gameplay really kind of intrigues me. And so I'm willing to give this more tries before I form a final opinion on if I like this game or not.
Is this one that you own, or is this one you've played on BGA?
Doesn't matter.
I was just curious.
No, I've only played it on BGA.
So is it one that you
Not for real.
Actually, I do plan on picking it up.
Okay.
I think it is one that Richie and I both have kind of... Richie, he won the first time, and we're in our second game, and he's like, I really don't know how I won. And I was like, well, you were able to complete all your goals, and I didn't. And so I don't know. I'm intrigued with it. Yes, I'm intrigued enough that I'm going to seek it out because it's a cheap little card game, and so I am intrigued enough to buy it at that price point. Not that it takes much.
No, it doesn't.
But yeah, no, Arigato I think is worth your time to check out for sure, especially at that. It is a pretty easy price point. So nice. There's Arigato.
Nice. That's Domo Arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Or just Arigato.
Or just Arigato. Arigato gozaimasu.
Domo.
Okay. Well, the last one I was going to make mention of, we kind of brought one that's been out for a while, but we brought it back to the table. This is a little game, a little roll and write game called On Tour.
Did I play this game? I really wanted to play it.
Yeah, I think you keep mentioning that. I think you keep talking about how you want to play it, but I don't think you have. The basic idea of this is you have a map, and the boards you write on are two-sided. One side has a map of the United States. The other side has a map of Europe. And you have 2 10-sided dice, and you're going to roll them, and they'll give you 2 numbers. And what you're going to do is you have to write the combination of those numbers. So, for example, if you rolled a 3 and a 6, you would need to put a 36 in one spot and a 63 in another spot. And there are some cards that dictate where you can place those numbers. And if you place them in certain cities, you get some bonuses. Anyway, we have always played this game on the America side of the game. And the America side kind of has some bottlenecks and some frustrating layouts that make it kind of challenging. Like it's always led to a little bit of frustration. Like we really need to get like a star, which is when somebody rolls doubles, you get like a wild freebie kind of thing.
This.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
And or everyone's just kind of throwing numbers in like throwaway locations, because what you're trying to do is you have to like build a route for your band. That's why it's called On Tour, going from the lowest number to the highest number,
right.
Whatever the longest stretches that you can make legally, based on where you've placed your numbers. And so we got this one out and we were like, okay, let's try the Europe side and see if it's a little less rage inducing. And so we did, and it is actually. The Europe side has more of an open layout to it. And there's a lot more options. You can link stuff in a lot more ways. There's a lot more little routes between some of the cities. So you can, like if you run into a situation where you've sort of backed yourself into a corner, or where you might normally back yourself into a corner, this one has more route options to sort of build around that. So you can link your numbers in more interesting ways.
A little more forgiving.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. So we actually had a great time playing this, and I dare say we might be playing on the Europe side from here on out, because it's
really?
It was a much better experience to play on that side of the
because we played when we played Cheryl, Lydia, myself, and you.
That's right. That's right. I remember that.
We played on the America side, and the game gave me the feels of Trans America. I don't know if you've ever played that.
No.
It's much simpler than On Tour, where you have to connect to the different regions of the U.S. But On Tour, I mean, you had to You had to put those numbers there, and you have to put those numbers somewhere. And
Well, a lot of times you can't place numbers where you want to place them, and so you
Yeah.
have to kind of throw them away or find a place to tuck them in one of the nodes on one
Yeah.
of the states. But yeah, once you go over to that Europe side, it's a lot more forgiving, and we had a lot of fun. So that one might hit the table a little bit more often. Amberly and Lydia really like that one. So
Yeah, I've played this one as well.
have you? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It was good.
This was first introduced to us by the Hug Ladies. Julie taught this one to us, and we really like it. It actually sees a fair amount of play at my house.
all right, we ready to move on to games we're excited about?
Let's do it.
Surely,
right.
surely.
Andy, you want to kick us off?
Yeah. So Shadows of Brimstone, the Impossible Hell Train is coming out very
Sounds
soon.
impossible.
It is impossible because it's the Impossible Hell Train. And
Sounds impossible.
I've backed this, but I may not get it
May have backed this.
You may not get it. What is
because
it?
I may not be willing to pay the shipping that they are
Oh.
trying to charge me. The shipping is more than the pledge.
Are you serious?
Are you kidding?
Yes. So I'm like, I may just call that a loss.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
More than the pledge?
Yep.
I've definitely heard of some where it's like half the value of the pledge or where
it's
it's ridiculous. But more than if you're paying more for the shipping than you are for the game.
Now I'll have to
that
look
is
because
not okay.
I threw just a couple of Hero Pack add-ons on. So if that would add a little bit more to the pledge, but those packs are not big.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like $340 shipping.
no way.
I am not
That
kidding.
is not possible.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Because I opened my pledge manager up today because they sent me an email. You need to finish your pledge manager, and I opened it up with $340 shipping. I will bow out. No thanks.
Can they send that with a straight face?
Gosh.
Yeah, outrageous. But I was really excited. I'm still really excited to play this. This is one that's been kind of requested for quite some time, and it's finally getting done and implemented. So I hope that I need to reach out to them and see if that was a mistake, because I saw that and my jaw dropped. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm not paying $340 for shipping for a game I've already spent over $200 on.
Yeah. No way.
Yeah.
No way. Holy crap.
That's got to be a mistake, man. I have such a hard time believing that. That is crazy. But and yet at the same time, also like outrageous shipping is something that happens all the time with Kickstarter. So it's also believable. It's like both unbelievable and believable at the same time.
Right?
Yeah.
Good heavens. Good heavens.
That is insane. That is
robbery.
impossible.
That is impossible. Impossible shipping. Hell train. Anyway, it looks good. I do want to play this, and I don't know if our friend Brian, if he's going to end up with it, he may. So if he does, then hopefully I still get a chance to play it. If I decide not to pay the shipping, if that is a real number, I'm not paying the shipping.
Are
So
you sure?
I am 100% sure I'm
All
not
right.
paying $340 in shipping
that's
for
so-
that. So unfortunate that is the case, but I love Shadows of Brimstone. I think it's great.
And where are they saying that they will not be retail available?
This one I would be surprised if it's not. I would really be surprised. But then they had a bunch of this is one thing I really liked that they did. They re-offered a bunch of the Kickstarter exclusive stuff that they've had for every single one of their Kickstarters, which I think is great. And there were a lot of characters I wanted to get, and they offered them at a cheaper price, than what a normal hero pack would cost. But once again, if I'm paying that much in shipping, it's ridiculous. I mean, I didn't realize the shipping was as much, and I started just adding some extras. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to get the sumo guy, and I want to get some of the other packs that I've missed. And I look over at my total. I'm like, what in the world? Did I get click happy or something? And
Did I
like
get
add
click
like
happy?
10 of those to my cart. I'm like, what?
I've
the
never
heck?
done that. I've never had 2 copies of a game.
Never. Not. What was it?
What wasn't it?
What wasn't it? You're right. Anyway, so I went over to my cart, and I did duplicate one thing. I had 3 of them. I'm like, okay, so I reduced those. I'm like, but still, that doesn't seem right. I scrolled down to shipping, and I'm like, what? Holy cow!
just
No way.
insane.
So anyway, we'll see what happens.
Holy cow. All right. Well, on that note,
On that note,
Doug, what are you excited about?
Well, I'm excited to get Stone Saga. So this is one that I didn't get like a shipping notification, but I did get like a, hey, we are fulfilling this month, like update kind of thing. And so I am very excited to get Stone Saga to the table. This is Open Owl Studios. So this is the same studio that did Stars of Akarios, which is one that we all really like.
Yes.
And they have some unique design philosophies, I think they're willing to take some risks and do some fun things, and that's one of the things that kind of attracts me to them as a studio. They did Mythwind, which I think I think that was a little bit of a miss for them as far as like just the open-ended nature of it, and I think they've learned a lot from those types of, their experience making that game and feedback and everything else. And Stone Saga, I don't think that it's real comparable to Mythwind, but it's not that an open-ended thing, but it does fall into that cooperative campaign style board game. So, and in particular, this is a survival crafting board game, and it's set in what they're calling a persistent world, where you as a group, based on the decisions that you make, you completely, shape the world that you're living in. And you find all kinds of like crazy, treasures, and there's like big monsters that roam the land, and you are kind of focused on crafting and survival. And
interesting.
Yeah, this game, it looks really good. I'm pretty intrigued by it. I'm excited to get it and kind of crack into it a little bit more and see what it's all about. So,
well, color me intrigued for sure. So I came across this new game that a lot of little interesting things that draw me in. First, it's 1 to 99 players, and it has a set time of 240 minutes, which is kind of but I'm excited about it because this is Emerald Echoes. It's a narrative puzzle adventure featuring beautiful illustrations, puzzles, and tactical artifacts. This kind of reminds me of Macro City. Is that what it's called?
Macro.
Micro. Yeah. Which I haven't busted out, but the game style, the gameplay really intrigues me, and I have all the content for it, but I really just need to bust it out and give it a try. But this is one that has perked my interest and found its way into my cart, and I'm looking forward to it.
As I said, cart, not heart.
Yeah.
It's really wormed its way into my cart.
Sometimes the cart's more important than the heart.
Important?
And more important than the heart.
Yeah.
Eden, hiding, Yoden, loading.
Nice.
But anyways, Emerald Echoes, I think it's going to be a fun game. I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully we'll bust it out of the shrink once it gets here.
That's awesome. It doesn't have ratings.
No, not yet.
But, so when does this, this is like when you pre-ordered? How did you
it's on pre-order. It's actually should be releasing fairly soon, I believe. Yeah. I mean, you can get it at some shops currently. So I'm still waiting on my pre-order list. These shops that are listed here on BGG might actually be pre-orders as well. Yeah. Pre-order now. So
by Post Curious, and there are other games. They have some other stuff, but none of it is stuff that I've heard about. Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a chance on me.
Good job.
Oh, right.
Excellent.
Wow. All right. So after about a decade of being out of print, they are coming out with the second edition of Camp Grizzly.
Nice. I saw that. I actually kind of think this might be fun.
Yeah, I think it might be too. So this is a nod at the horror genre of games. So this game is one that this is a remake. This is a second edition, and everyone's going to be playing a camp counselor, and you're all being stalked by Otis, who's this homicidal maniac in a bear mask. And you're going to be running around the camp. You're going to be trying to find items, weapons to fight back. Ultimately, you're trying to escape. Now, this is going to be rife with Easter eggs and horror lore. And the cool thing is, so this is going to be a Kickstarter or a crowdfunding Kickstarter campaign, but this comes with all of the expansions on top of it. So there are 5 expansions originally with the game, and it will come with all 5 expansions as well. So this could be actually pretty fun. So I don't know when the Kickstarter is going to drop for this, but it should drop this year. It has been announced that they are going to do a second edition of Camp Grizzly.
All right. Did you ever play the original?
I've never played the original. This seems it falls very close to the genre of the Halloween and the.
And I've actually really liked the Halloween 2.
They've been fun.
We never played the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one yet, but
we need to.
Yeah, I've enjoyed Halloween and Halloween 2. So. All right.
I just hope they take we want to make it as fun as you remember the original
I hope so
approach
too.
Because I am intrigued by this one. I think it looks pretty fun.
All right. I just looked at the stars on this, or the ratings on this game. It's a 6.6. I don't care.
For which one?
I don't care.
For Avatar Journey of Aang. Avatar has been something that The Last Airbender was a series that I enjoyed. My daughter really enjoyed. We had the other Avatar game, The Last Airbender, that similar to the Harry Potter Hogwarts, didn't quite give the same...
Aang's Destiny.
Yeah, Aang's Destiny. Didn't quite give the same reward as Harry Potter, but I still very much enjoyed it. We went all the way through that.
Yeah, it was fun.
And it's a game that I'll keep for sure. Ashley and Zach will like that. But this is, it's a 1 to 4 player game where you're taking on the role of one of Aang's companions, and you're trying to guide him as he's trying to master the 4 elements. And those elements are fire, earth, air, and water, if you're keeping track at home. And but yeah, Aang's trying to get balance and to restore peace in the land. And this is one that I am pretty excited about and has some pretty cool pieces to it. There's a really cool dice tower that you can get to go with it, but I passed on that because I don't use the dice towers that I have. But it was an Air Temple dice tower. Looked really cool, but I passed on that. That if you really like dice towers or don't have one, this would be an exceptional dice tower to begin your collection or place on your shelf of displayage. But anyways, Avatar Journey of Aang, kind of a campaign-style driven game that's going to be, I think it's going to be fun. And it's a theme that I enjoy, and but now I am a little bit nervous with a 6.6. But
Well, I would take that with a massive grain because it's only 10 ratings.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So let some more ratings flow in and reserve judgment on that. That's not enough ratings to go by, especially
For sure.
on BGG. But it is, here's what's interesting to me is that it's Bad Crow Games that's doing it.
Uh-huh.
And they're like a war game creator. Like they've like all of their titles are like Company of Heroes and Mech Command.
Well, you look at some of the pictures, and it has very much a feel of like
Yeah.
of a campaign tabletop style game, a war style game.
It just feels like such a wild thematic deviation for them. But I'm intrigued. I'll play it with you. I'm excited about it.
I'm excited about it too. I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Forget you 6.6.
Another one that I am excited about that we already know is good because the community says that it's good. So this isn't one that's coming out this year, but it is one that I'm looking forward to because I know you have it on your shelf over there.
Yes.
And I really want to play it.
I do too.
And that is Tend.
Yeah, this has a scratch. That has little boards that you
Little
scratch off.
pads, right?
Yeah.
But it also, and not only that though, if I'm understanding it right, it also has like the colored pencils or colored markers, kind of like Draft and Write Records.
Yeah.
So you have different colors that will do different things. But this is farm, explore, and fish on a cozy alien world.
It's so cozy.
Wow.
It's a pretty big box. I'm pretty excited. This is the one I was talking last week that I bought the extra pads for.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it's like an inch thick of pads. So
Well, we better start playing the heck out of this thing.
indeed. Yes. Yeah. We need to bust it out and bust it out again and again and again and again.
This is a flip and write game.
Yeah.
And it looks excellent. The
huge
images look really good. It's definitely giving me some of those like Draft and Write Records vibes a little bit. It's in a big box, and we've been having a really good time with heavier like the flip and write, roll and write style games. We just got Twilight Inscription out a couple weeks ago. That was a party and a half. We love Hadrian's Wall. We want to get to the Anarchy.
Yeah.
Some of these heavier whatever and write style games have really been awesome, and I'm excited to check this one out. And it has an 8.0 on BGG with significantly more than 10 ratings.
Significantly more. So it must be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that they're coming out with these heavier flip and write, roll and write games. Because historically, when they first came out, they were all just really light 20-minute, 30-minute games. So to get these 60 to 90-minute flip and write games, roll and write games, oh yeah. Hadrian's Wall is amazing.
I love Hadrian's Wall.
This looks awesome. Yeah, I really want to try this.
Yeah, Hadrian's Wall is one I'd really like to get my wife to teach, but I think, or not my wife to teach, my wife to play. But I think if I was trying to teach that, and that night would end in a fight. I don't think there's any way, because that's you. Once you get past the teach, like I taught it to James a couple weeks back, and James is kind of notorious for not paying attention to the teach, and I was a little worried, but I'm like, you know what? Once you get past this, it's going to be great. And once we were past, he was like, I really liked that game.
Yeah.
And so I think it is an outstanding game once you get past the teach.
Well,
Yeah.
it was funny because we were playing, I believe that was the night we played Twilight Inscription on the other table.
Yes.
And you were doing the teach.
Yeah.
And I think we were half to 3/4 of the way through our game by the time you finished the teach.
And that is the worst part. Yeah, it is
for sure. It is a long teach. Definitely.
That's why it has such a high rating or complexity rating, is because there is so much going on those boards.
Yeah.
But once you're done, it all makes sense. And it's very simple, and it's just you draft one of your 2 cards. That's what you're going to try to score at the end of the game, and how you're going to monopolize the resources that you get each turn.
I love that game for multiple reasons. Hadrian's Wall. I know we're talking about Tend, but I love.
Oh yeah, we did kind of.
It's okay. It's all adjacent.
I do really like Hadrian's Wall for multiple reasons. Number one, just the fact that it's an amazing game and it's fun, and every play I've had has been amazing, but it's also created one of my favorite game experiences ever.
Me too. I love that. And I think if I teach Cheryl, she's going to make the exact same noise that Amara did.
It's like, this teach is terrible. And it wasn't that your teach was terrible. It's just that teach is...
It's a tough teach.
It is.
Excuse me, teacher. I need to go empty my brain. It's full.
It's full. Yeah. And that's what that sound was my brain is full. I cannot take any more in.
I think I need to go to bed.
Yep.
That's what she did.
That's what she did. Yep.
So good. Well, I'm hoping we get have some of the same love that we have for some of those games that we do for Tend.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know this is a 2025 game, but we haven't played it yet. And
Well, it just barely fulfilled
right into the year.
Not
kind
even
of thing, so.
Yeah, it was in the middle of December that it fulfilled. So
Right. So I'm very excited to play this one. I think it'll be really good.
Yeah, I am too. And I think it's funny because you keep comparing it to like Draft and Write Records, which it is similar mechanics, but I mean, the game box size is like 6 times, 7 times the size.
It is
of
a
Draft
massive
and Write
box.
Records.
Yeah, it is. You are correct.
But, yeah.
I'm mostly, I don't know anything really about this game. I'm mostly just making that comparison based on the fact that they both use colored markers or colored pencils to fill stuff in.
Yeah. I'm way excited for it. It's going to be one we're going to get to soon.
And it's still only a 2.92 on the weight rating. So it's not like, it's not as heavy as...
It's no Hadrian's Wall.
It's not Hadrian's Wall, but it's still heavy enough to, I think, have some good crunch, and I like that.
Yeah. Excellent. All right. Is that... Are we done?
We can be if you want.
I want to talk about one more.
Okay.
I don't know, Doug, if you're excited about this or not, but so one of our go-to games in my house, and has been for a very long time, since my kids were little, and that's the DC Deck Builder.
For sure.
Not long after buying the DC Deck Builder, I bought Legendary Marvel Deck Building game, and it was okay, but now they're coming out with the DC version of the Legendary Deck Builder. So it's Legendary, a DC deck building game.
Oh, really?
And yeah. So
Nice.
so now
Okay.
for those who are more on the DC,
You said moron.
I did. I'm more of a Marvel guy, so maybe that was on purpose. Anyway,
Wow. Holy smokes.
now we're throwing rocks. No, and Doug, I know that you're a DC guy.
Yeah.
So maybe this one, when I saw this, I'm like, oh, maybe Doug would be interested in this. I have really loved the DC Deck Builder game that is Cryptozoic. Is that who did that?
Yes. Yep.
And there's some of the Legendary games that I have thoroughly enjoyed, and other ones have been more of a hit or miss, mostly miss on some of the other ones. I really enjoyed the James Bond version of Legendary.
Yeah.
That one was really fun. The Alien one was really fun.
That one's my favorite.
So this one I'm intrigued, hoping it would be fun. They have a Matrix one out that looks like it might be cool. But yeah, this has been announced that they're finally doing a DC version of Legendary.
I have the Matrix if you want to buy it. It's attempting to be cold.
Is it? Okay.
Oh, wow. Now, Okay, the only one of the Legendary games that I have played was the Marvel one, which, as I understand it, was one of the earliest ones that they did. It was that was like the original.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it very much.
I didn't either.
But does the formula change with these others, like James Bond, Alien? Like, does the formula change enough that it makes it a much more enjoyable experience, or are you simply saying that you just prefer those themes?
No, the encounters, legendary encounters changes up how the games are played, and the James Bond has a different setup of how it is played as well. I mean, the nuance is mild, but it's there. But there's enough that the challenge in the aliens, because you have the hall that you have to go through, and you have to I can't remember the term. You have to scout the hall, so you have to see what's down there because cards are face down, and so it may be something helpful. It may be an alien, and there's the Predator version that is similar, but for some reason, just I think the component, or not the components, but the cards that are in the scenario that go with the aliens does it better than the Predator did. And but yeah, for me, the legendary encounter games I think are superior to the deck building games. But again, the Marvel deck building game was their first game, and I mean they've kicked out a ton of characters and not components, but content for that game, and so they have made improvements and changed it up. And so the Matrix, I can't remember if the Matrix is in Encounters. I think it's a Matrix Legendary Encounters, because it's going to be a different style of game.
It is, yeah.
And the James Bond was a Legendary deck building game, but they changed some things in it that made it more unique. And so
Interesting.
I hope that answered your question.
Yeah.
I went on a little
well, you
bit.
would hope. I mean, after all of these different iterations, you would just hope. I think that this is Upper Deck, right? Upper Deck Entertainment.
Upper Deck.
So you would hope that they would have this down enough that this is hopefully their most refined and fun version of the game.
Yeah.
Well, you know that the Legendary Encounters does differ between games. So it's not just a skin that's being thrown on there. So you look at if I recall, Nathan, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that they have a Legendary Encounters Firefly, which you did not care for.
Yeah, mostly because the art in it was atrocious.
Oh, so it was the art that you didn't like. It wasn't necessarily the gameplay.
The terrible. And I don't think I could, and that's terrible because art usually isn't a make or break element. But I guess since I was so familiar with and had such a love for the IP, that when the artwork was just atrocious, that's all I can think about in the game. So I guess I can't necessarily give a fair shake or a fair shoot down of Legendary Encounters Firefly, or was it a deck? But it was an Encounters game.
It's an Encounters, yeah.
Just because my biggest issue was the art. And I think
that's too bad.
Yeah, I think there has to be more than just the art, because I can't believe that I was that callous towards it, but I could have been. I've slept since then. I might be more mild now. But I'm not going to buy it again because the art was atrocious.
Okay. And we're going in circles. And we're circling. How would it compare to the, say, Ascension deck building game artwork? Which I know, which I actually like, but
there's some of it that I like, but there's
divisive.
Yeah, there's some of it that is kind of similar. I would compare it to some of it similar. Okay. But there's mechanics in Ascension that allows me to overlook a lot of that. So I guess maybe there was more than just my snooty opinion of the art in Firefly. Does it have a rating on it? I can't remember if it has a rating on it and how good or bad it was.
Specifically on the Firefly?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 7.1.
Oh, really?
2,000 ratings.
Huh. Maybe I do need to humble myself and give it another shot but I'm not going to buy it again. No way. But
I don't think the art's that bad on there. Really, you didn't like the art.
There were some art pieces that I just really didn't like.
Huh. Okay.
And that could just be snooty.
I think you're being snooty.
Could be.
Because I think the art looks fine.
All right, so I'm a jerk. You already called me a moron.
Nice.
All right, one last one from me. Allplay has a new Kickstarter that's coming out that just befuddles me, but I figure if Ticket to Ride can become a legacy game, why not Mountain Goats?
What the heck?
Really?
Have you guys played Mountain Goats?
Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't played it. I have no
It's
idea
a
what it
serious
is.
super simple game.
A legacy Mountain Goats.
But there's
game.
going to be a legacy
Wait,
Mountain
I
Gate.
Do
Mountain
feel like I played this one? Yes, I did play this one.
Yeah,
this is the
it's-
one with the numbers.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you're just trying to.
You're going to roll the dice and you can go. Do you roll dice? Yeah, you have to roll dice. And you can go up the top. And if you reach the top, you get to claim a score token and force other people's goats back to the bottom to start the climb again.
I think I'm getting this one confused with that one that's like the trek, the one where you're hikers.
Oh, where you're hiking up the mountain.
hiking on the mountain.
High anxiety.
No, not that one. Not that one.
I don't know. No, I haven't played this one.
Okay.
No,
But it's a super little, I mean, it's right there behind you. It's elbow level there. So yeah, that small little box, 3-inch square box, and they're going to make a legacy version out of that game.
wow. Yeah, I have not played this. This good for them.
It's available on BGA if you want to give it a shot.
The legacy version or the regular?
No, just the regular version.
That's the way to play a legacy game is just on BGA.
I don't know if there is
That's the way to do
That
it.
way Andy doesn't have to play it at all.
I like legacy games.
Oh, I thought you were specifically talking about
No, I
Mountain
mean,
Goats.
because like some people have a hard time tearing up cards.
Yeah.
True. That is
You know?
true.
Well, my city is legacy. My island is legacy style.
Yeah. Yep.
And so they're both on BGA. Somebody needs to get those out there.
There we go.
Get Seafall out there.
Go for
Why
it.
would anyone waste their time?
I would love to play Seafall again with somebody who would appreciate it.
Sounds like you need to
Probably
invite
take
Dave
Richie's
over.
Probably take Richie's spot in Dave's game that they just
Oh,
started.
is Richie not liking it?
No, they've only played once, but I'm guessing we'll get to about game 4 and be like, yeah, this sucks.
It's such a good
Well,
game.
especially if it's imbalanced. Richie has a very low tolerance level for imbalance in games.
Yes, he does.
So we'll see.
Mine's
Well, yeah,
way
definitely.
higher than Richie's though.
Oh, really?
My tolerance. Oh yeah.
All right.
So
Well,
we'll see.
I'll be curious. It'll be curious.
Yeah,
that,
me too.
That is interesting to create an entire legacy game based on Mountain Goats. Cool.
They seem to think that they got enough content there that they got it's going to be good.
In the base game?
There's rich lore and deep backstory with those
Yes.
Mountain Goats.
Yes, there is.
So-
For sure. So, I mean, Ticket to Ride. They did a phenomenal job with Ticket to Ride. So
They did.
I am totally willing to give it a shot. I mean, I love legacy games.
Yes, you do.
It's not the same people who did Ticket to Ride, though.
definitely
so,
is not. No,
and the people involved make all the difference in the world. So
you are
yeah.
not wrong.
Well, we'll see how that goes. We'll
So,
see how
but
that
yeah,
treats them.
I'm curious. So
You're curious. Okay, very cool. Well, the last one I wanted to mention, I'm looking forward to. This is actually a game that I wish hit the table more often because I really like
Me
it.
too.
But Heat, Pedal to the Metal, we do play it. It does get played once in a while. But I do wish that we played it more often because I think it's a fantastic game. And they did just announce yet another expansion. We knew they were going to have multiple for this. So this comes as absolutely no surprise. But this is Heat Rocky Roads.
ice cream.
It does make me want ice cream. I will say it 100% has that effect.
Yeah. Every time I see it, because that's probably my ice cream of choice currently is Rocky Road. So I'm like, every time I see this come through my feed or just on our lists, I'm like, ooh, I should go get some ice cream.
Nice.
Yeah. Heat is, you are spot on. Heat is an exceptional game, and I very much enjoy it.
Yeah. Especially when you like draft for some of the cards and play the
Yeah.
more advanced stuff, not just the base game. But Heat, Rocky Roads introduces 2 new maps. So there's the South African Grand Prix and the Germany track. And I guess the one in South Africa, there's a new like gravel mechanic. So you have to somehow navigate or manage gravel on the road and
Okay.
not losing
There's
control.
the Rocky Roads.
Yeah, there you go. There's where the Rocky Roads comes from. And then on the German track, it says you have to deal with the fast pace of the newly built chicanes along the straightaway. I don't know anything about racing or what that is. So, but I'm intrigued. And if you look at the map, the German map does allow for some much longer straightaway sections. So, I'm curious to see how that'll play.
Have you guys checked out some of the Etsy extras you can get
For Heat?
for Heat?
No.
You can get gear shifters that you're actually shifting your like a gear shifter.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they have all sorts of just different things you can get. They have stuff like 3D pieces you can put on the track. They have all sorts of pretty cool stuff for this game on Etsy.
I might have to do some Googling. I love it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that first one.
Oh, that looks really fun.
Oh,
That is
these are
really,
the-
really cool. I like that. It's got like the buildings and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they did. Whoever did that for this, it was like a complete thing, and it's really cool. Some of the stuff's on there is pretty awesome.
Is
I
all
like
that
that.
stuff going to fit in the box?
No, that won't fit all in the box. There's no way. The box is already getting very full.
I know. and
They're
then-
gonna have to come up with a big box.
It probably does if you take the insert out.
Yeah,
E-
but you
every-
need the insert, I think.
Everything will fit in there if you take the insert out. But the insert's actually good. It's an actual like functional good
Worthwhile insert. Yep.
Insert. Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Well-
now I'm stuck on Etsy here.
We have
Well, we'll
distracted Nathan.
we'll let Nathan shop. So until next time.
We'll see you on the Etsy floor buying some upgrades. You know, I bet Al Stewart probably has some. He loves to do his 3D printing stuff.
I have to call him and find out.
Yeah, those are cool at the game table.
Thank you for listening and being a part of Meeple Nation. If you would be so kind as to follow, subscribe, share, and rate or review this podcast, it really helps to spread the fun. You can be more involved in supporting the podcast by joining the nation at patreon.com/Meeple Nation, or you can find a link at the top of our webpage, meeplenation.com. And while you're there, look at all our extra content. There are links to all our past episodes, a wide variety of blogs, pictures from our Instagram feed, and bios for all the hosts and our awesome bloggers. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all under Meeple Nation. If you would like to chat with the hosts or other members of the nation, you can join our Facebook group, Meeple Nation Off Air. We hope to see you again at a game night, a con, or maybe a suspense-driven evening of Werewolf. Thank you for listening and supporting Meeple Nation, and stay tuned for next week's episode.
Thank you so much for listening. We very much want to thank our patrons who help keep the podcast running. I personally want to thank my co-hosts for all the help they provide with both content here on the podcast, in addition to what we have available on our website. Without them, the podcast would not happen. If you too would like to support the podcast, you can join the nation at patreon.com/Meeple_Nation. Or you can find a link to Patreon at the top of our webpage, meeplenation.com. If you have any questions, comments, or games you feel should be on our radar, you can always reach us at meeplenation@gmail.com. We can't wait to hear from you. I am grateful to Doug and Andy who helped me edit episodes, and I want to thank James and Kim Clark who do the editing on our blogs and on our webpage, which can be found at meeplenation.com. We want to thank Brain Detergent for our music. If you want to find more from him, you can follow his links that can be found on our webpage, or simply search for Brain Detergent on YouTube to find more of his tracks. Thank you again for listening and being part of the Meeple Nation community.